What's up?
Alright, everybody.
Welcome back.
So here's what's gonna happen. Artie's gonna tell you whatever needs to happen.
Look at my bae. She's just on a boat. Rocking. Yeah. Dude, she's just rocking in there like, I'm so bored. Let's go to TJ Maxx. All right, woman, we're heading there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Hold up. What's happening?
We were supposed to do something, and this boat is being facetious. Remember I saved up there by the giant frickin' totem? There was like a giant head I was about to lift.
Yep.
And a challenge we were gonna do. Well, that's where we left off last time. So I need to get just a little bit more magic, and we're gonna do that. So welcome back. It's another day, another session with the twin dick chickens or whatever. Today we're gonna be talking about a couple things. First of all, let's catch up with the week. It's been a week now since we've seen each other. I've grown and matured quite a bit, and I assume you have as well.
I definitely have not, but in a way I have. No. Would you elaborate on how you think you've matured?
Yeah, man. So as we know, Artie's been trying to draw as much as possible lately, and you know how I was pooping on my my anime class thing that I was doing before?
Yeah.
It is still. I'm gonna take a snapshot and I want to show it to you, but it is a complete freaking joke. However, what the teacher is saying still pertains to me. Even though I'm more advanced from what is going on in the show, it still somehow pertains to me, and I'm putting my ego aside. Regardless of that, we were doing. She put up a picture of like a person for us to draw or whatever, right? And she decided to for some reason to draw it with her mouse, and it literally looks like a child drew it. And throughout this whole session, I'm like, this is who I'm learning. This is who's teaching me how to draw? Is someone that is using a point and click mouse to teach me how to draw? Like it seems like a joke, like a complete freaking joke. Like if I showed you it, you'd be like, what kind of MS Paint bullcrap is this? Like, it's like as if you were joining for a computer class, but instead of a computer, they give you a small little calculator, and they're like, okay, figure it out.
Can we...
That's just karma just hitting me in the face.
Can we just insert... going along with the computer thing, it's like trying to learn Microsoft Word, but it's that, I believe it's African teacher on a chalkboard who sketched out everything on the chalkboard from a computer.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it feels like. It feels like something's off. And boy, oh boy, is something ever off. In any case, I stuck with it. This is week 3, I believe, from that class. And I did it. I finally was able to understand the human figure, the Atari as I call it, or as actually what it's meant to be called. And yeah.
Our vessels, you mean?
Yeah, something like that. So I was able to reproduce one, and quite flawlessly. I wish I'd taken a picture of it, but I'm really proud of how it's almost profound. Like I don't understand how I made more progress in the last 3 weeks than in the last 6 years of my life. Like it makes me just feel so sad for myself. That's just my little conundrum.
But that's maybe personally allowed you to overlook the first impressions, or by the. I mean, like it is
the class is a complete joke, but I'm able to understand what she's saying in a completely different way than other people. Like I said, maybe that's just me being crazy. I don't know.
Or maybe you're just maturing and able to understand bigger concepts.
Possibly. And these concepts are so ridiculously simple that, like, how do you not see them? Like, it's so ridiculously simple. In any case, this is what Artie's been going through. Aside from that, I started making music again. Because once I get not proficient in a skill, once I get good enough in one set of my skill tree, I try to assess the other ones. And that's where I'm at right now, is I'm assessing my music one. So I started to, again, write music. And actually, what I started to do is actually finish a song that I haven't done in a while. The song that I showed you a while ago. It's called Alone Under. And it's more of like electronical beat to it. It's kind of got these themes of I don't know, of like I imagine like a sunset coming up for the first time in like forever. That's what I imagine. Like a baby seeing a sunset for the first time in a world of darkness. So that's that's kind of what I'm doing. So I'm rewriting the central parts. It seems a little intimidating once you have, I haven't done it for a while, but whoops.
Okay.
But it's awesome, man. I've been doing that, and have a new setup at home that I'm doing.
How have you changed your setup to what kind of arrangement are you looking at?
Yeah, so I changed it from having my drawing desk. My drawing desk is my main like table, right? So I just took off my drawing pads that are there, and I have a giant drawing pads, like humongous. Mm-hmm. Like I can't even
table size, basically.
Yeah, because I mean I just feel like a notebook is like
sometimes it
cursed.
just doesn't work.
It's way too frail. It's too small. So then I took those off, and then I just put my keyboard there. I don't know if you saw my Snapchat, but like I just put my keyboard there, and I just let it self-oscillate. Started calibrating my speakers again because I haven't done those in a while. My speakers are holding on my TV, which probably isn't safe, but that's kind of where I'm at. And yeah, dude, we are. I started doing some more. Started investigating what I did right and wrong with this song, and hopefully plan out and produce it. So when you get stuck with something for a while, and you're just like, for some reason, it feels like a math problem. Like I can't figure this out right now, but I know I can figure it out if I give it more time, like time away.
Definitely.
So you come back with a new perspective.
And also being able to just take that step back really adds to it.
Exactly, and that's where I'm at right now, where I figured out what the next chord progressions I guess were for my song, and boy oh boy, I'm just on a stride right now. I'm on a roll.
Have
so,
you
yeah.
And I'm curious for our secret project of avocados.
Oh heck yeah!
I today finally got to making, and I feel very happy about the song I want to show you soon after.
You built I call it the skeleton. You got to build the skeleton of the music first, as in like the theme or beats first. All the sounds. That's building the skeleton is what I call it. And then after that, you're building the body, which is the details and all the shifting pans and mastering. That's like the final steps.
Have you made anything for the avocado progress?
Well, I think I want to. I don't know if I want to put this song in there. I mean, I'd like to, but now I actually thought of I thought about it last week when we left after talking about the secret shows that we're producing. But yes, I thought about a really dark theme that I want to put in there. Essentially, I'll talk to you about this more later off screen, but I thought about a really dark theme that I really want to go with. Something really dark to open up the show, and then we go from there.
Awesome. What else happened with your week?
I finished my taxes.
Nice. Does that mean house time?
House time.
House time.
House time, baby. So, I spoke to a loan officer. For people who don't know, loan officers for buying houses are the people that approve you for loans, so that you can then apply for your house. But a loan officer is not the same as a real estate agent. Someone that's going to actually show you the houses. He just gets you approved for loans. So the person that was doing my taxes told me to talk to him so that I can I can start getting things prepared and ready, and just kind of start looking for what I need to do or whatever. So yeah, dude, I started doing that, and I'm so excited that I feel like my life is finally moving forward. Aside from COVID, since everyone is just kind of like, I get it, like, I feel like the reality for people, and this might sound a little mean, but if COVID was happening or not, what was so different about your life now versus before when you were able to go outside? For me, not much, honestly. I mean, like, exercising was one thing, but I like running outside. It's winter, you know what I mean? Oh, I stabbed his little butt. Did you see that? Right now it's winter, so it's like I can't really, do that. Right now we're actually in the warmest time of our, coming up to be spring now. So now I can actually start running outside. Like I said, COVID aside, what are things that were actually impacting your life? And for me, it was that. It was just the fact that I wasn't able to exercise. Eating out before has been like, oh, heck yeah, let's go out to eat. But, I mean, like, now I'm on a totally different plan for eating. So it's like, I feel like my life has gotten... I'm one of the few people I can say that my life has gotten better because of COVID. But that's so selfish and so, like... How do I say that? That's so undermining the value or what's actually happening with COVID, affecting millions of other people in different ways. For me, this is just my outcome of what happened with COVID.
But it's also the effects of it, or just not effects, but what is it where two things that co-align? They're co-aligning, but they're totally separate. It so happens to coincide with it.
Yeah.
In coincidence.
It's just we're just in that time where, like, if COVID was happening or not, I would still be doing the same things.
And still be progressing and having, making the best of your life, or having these same moments. Yeah. Whether it happened or not.
Exactly, and like I said, for me right now, but the only thing I wasn't able to do was exercising. And now it's spring. It's actually warm outside. It's 40 degrees out. It's freaking awesome. I can actually go do that. So I'm one of the few people that can say that, like, COVID, regardless if COVID was here or not, like, didn't really change myself. More or less, it actually impacted the more people around me. And I see that. I see their struggles. But then again, I also see, like, okay, now that COVID's kind of getting resolved, I guess going out to Red Lobster is back on the table. Like, does that really matter? Things like that. It's like, did it really matter? That's just me being a little facetious. But in any case, yeah, dude. I finally finished my taxes. I started talking to a loan officer, and then I think we have it so that mid-March, I'm gonna start running my loan and everything. My credit score has gone up significantly, but I was never really worried about my credit score. I was more worried about, like, if I could actually get approved for what I wanted to for my house. My taxes were the biggest thing, my biggest hurdle in my life. And because I own a business, obviously I have to pay a lot of taxes. Thank you. I have to pay a lot of taxes right now. But I'm making a payment plan so I could actually get those taxes done and then pay them out throughout the year. So that's my plan. So I'm not really too worried about that either. So it's huge steps that are happening right now for me, and I'm super humble and excited for these things. That now I have something to look forward to that feels like it's closer than it's ever been, And my little dark period has more or less been not with COVID, but more of like I don't have a family that I can actually, like, call my own, I've had this struggle with my own family where, like, I wanted to be closer to them, but they don't seem to want to do responsible things or pay any attention to me as a their relative.
Definitely.
So, that's, like I said, COVID or not, like, it's something that's always been happening. So as much as I want a family, I just can't have a family with them. I have to start my own. So, COVID or not, that's my main thing. So it sounds a little. Everyone's different, obviously, with COVID. I'm not saying that, like, if you have that people aren't suffering, because there are people suffering because of this disease. I'm just one of the few people that hasn't really been affected that much at all.
Well, that's at least good to hear. That at least you can think that there are people that aren't all in perilous danger of inevitable whatever pain and suffering throughout the year. Just going about your life with a new mask or whatever.
Look at this guy.
I thought that dude was frozen for a second. He was just standing there looking around.
He was crouched in a pot. What an asshole. But yeah, man. So as far for me, I'm doing a lot of things this week. But for yourself, what's been going on?
This past week, I can't say too much. I got to work a little bit more. This printer at I guess my work, fixing it up and finding parts and stuff. So that was really interesting. Where it was just a lot of kind of doing nothing but still fixing the printer that needed to be done.
You fix a printer at work?
Yeah, this like massive commercial grade printer. It's
T9000?
Like, pretty much.
Holy crap.
You know, it's like 10 feet wide, and it's got a server refrigerator box size thing in the back.
Jesus. What did you do to it?
We were trying to replace or put in magenta ink, and we were fixing, or at least when I got there, fixing the last little tubing, because that got snapped off when my boss was trying to take that apart, but one of the connectors snapped.
Damn.
That was kind of it. Funny, but besides that, it was just a lot of kind of standing around and kind of waiting for the software to load, because those computers apparently take forever to load.
Oh, that's a giant T9000. It's probably one of those original computers that were born in like Arizona or some shit like that. And are finally getting. Actually, there's nothing wrong with those computers. Like even at GC Guitar Center, they still use green screen because you cannot hack green screen. So it's like, it's so outdated technology, but man, is it effective. You can't hack that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if it's not broken or whatever, don't fix it. Something like that. But that's been fun. I guess going to work. I enjoyed sometimes ride sharing with my mom. Otherwise, I'd say I've been kind of learning a couple more songs, maybe not memorized, but just playing a little bit more piano. Also, I guess as I added earlier, I made, or it's not invented, but wrote a song for a project that we have going.
Which I'm very excited to hear.
Let's see, I don't think there's terribly much else, but I am excited to start hooking up some wires. I ordered some elbow connectors on Amazon.
Ooh.
I believe it was on Sunday with my dad. I got a 5.1 Denon receiver. So it's a surround sound system for my speakers that I have. Or maybe not for the speakers, but in a couple days I'm thinking I should be able to get the elbow connectors.
What do you need elbow connectors
well,
for?
I don't need them, but it just makes life a lot easier to just put it on the wire ends, just for copper wire in general, and then I can stick it in the machine outside. But then finally hook up the massive subs that are like 12-inch subs or whatever they are.
What took you so long to order those?
It was finding. Well, I didn't need the connectors. I needed the receiver, so I got that for $100 off of a Craigslist ad.
Nice.
I went to some old guy's house, and
oh, you actually went to his house?
Yeah. It was in Minneapolis. It was kind of scary, but.
Were you alone?
No, I went with my dad.
You probably said that, and I was totally not paying attention.
And
that's great, man.
And so it was very welcoming.
I got 3 in a row. Sorry, that was cool.
I got 3 in a row.
I did. I got 3 of these motherfuckers in a row. Anyway, you were saying.
No, it doesn't matter now.
No, you got the thing.
But yeah, no. Regardless, I bought that, and it was nice to haggle it down, because the dude was frustrated because he didn't really understand or know how to work the remote, or didn't use it that well.
How old do you think he was?
He's probably in his 50s, maybe early 60s.
Was he just like, Gladys, how the fuck do you... Oh,
he pretty much knew how to plug it all in and just get the basics set up, but he was trying to show me like a bunch of the other features.
Of the copper wire?
No. Of the receipt of the box.
Okay.
Of the machine box. and he was getting frustrated, and that took an hour, but he bumped off like.
In that hour, he's just like, sorry, I gotta get my pill taken. And then he just strips his pants, and then his wife just comes and shoves a pill up his ass. He's like, I'm sorry, gentlemen, this will just be 30 more minutes.
Sometimes it bothers me what like vividly goes through your mind.
I just imagine him just like, help yourself to some yams. They're in the fridge. And then you and your dad are just in the kitchen, and all you can hear is, ah! It's just him getting a fucking pill shoved up his ass. Just, oh! He's like, it's okay, dear. We do this every week. You're just being a little dramatic. And he's just like, fuck, I'm an American. I'll take it. Just shove it in. She's like, I just lubricated your butt. Now the pill's going in. He's just like, fuck. And you and your dad are just like, what do you want for dinner? Anyway. Good talks. What were we talking about?
That was about it.
Oh yeah, so you haggled the price down. So why do you? Is it not here? Did you have to order?
No, it's outside the room. It's like less than 20 feet away from you.
The receiver.
Correct.
Why do you need a receiver?
Imagine it like it being a DVD player. You can't use your TV or whatever without a DVD player or whatever it is, you know. I mean, now you can because they're all smart TVs.
But you're saying for your speakers, you need a receiver so
Yep.
you can use it.
You need some sort of system that knows how to take in 5.1 or like 7.1. I guess they even go up to 13.1 channels, which is kind of insane. But not the one I have, but ones in general that are new technology. But you need that sort of machine or I guess technology to be able to take all that stuff in and process it, so then it can feed it out to your audio system.
Interesting. Fuck.
Because your TV's most likely not going to have 13 channels that you can plug all your speakers into.
Well,
Or, nobody in general would typically have a surround sound system, and they're
So
just
you got like a 5.1 right now? Is that what you're showing me?
Yeah, except I believe I could use more speakers, but I should have enough to just be able to hook it up and test it out. A front one, the 2 subs, and then just the, I guess, left and right tweeter ones that are kind of the back ones. I'm very excited for the next time we hang out and do podcasting or whatever, and are able to immerse in the surround sound system, hopefully.
Oh, so we would do it with the games?
Maybe. Oh yeah, it would be anything through HDMI. Anything on my TV or displayed through there should be able to be surround sound.
Fuck.
So it's very exciting. Watching any shows or playing games, I can have a very stereo system.
Sounds very cool, man. I can't wait. I mean, the sooner the better. If you want me to help you out, just let me know.
Of course.
Well, so you got to do a whole new setup over here. That's what you're saying too, right?
Yep. I just basically got to tear out what I have down in the cabinet there, and then just put it in the box once I wire everything up.
Nice.
So it should be very straightforward. So it's not going to be terribly complicated. It'll just be a bit of moving stuff around.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the hardest part, is actually figuring out where things go, and whatnot.
Absolutely. Now, can you enlighten me on what's going on here? We keep falling down holes. But
So this is the Heroes test. This is one of the hardest challenges in the game, is actually to defeat, or, it's kind of like a Bloody Palace kind of thing from Devil May Cry, where you beat one enemy, then you go down like a fictitious hole, and then you beat 2 enemies, and then from there it just keeps going on and on and on. In this case, we actually did this so we can get a special thingy. Hibiscus?
You and your tea.
It's keeping me alive, man. In any case, what do you think is in here?
Probably another 100 rupees.
Believe it or not, it's AIDS! A piece of Triforce!
I didn't read the text at first, and I had thought it was a piece of bread. It was just like, hey, here's some bread I found in the chest.
Nah,
it's
dude.
100 years old.
Check this out.
Macaroni with the chicken strips.
We did it! You need 7 more shards to form a complete piece of the
Awesome.
7 more! And guess what? this big unit over here, we'll need this for later.
A picture of it?
Yeah, we actually destroy him with the mirror shield once we get it. It's this cool little shield that we go like, we fuck that thing up. So we'll come back here later. For now, we're out of here. We got one of the pieces of the Triforce shards, and we haven't even gotten ready to do that mission yet, but we're on it.
Well, that's pretty epic.
It is super epic. For right now, we're leaving, and it is time to do something else. Something more important than that. Oh my god. Yeah.
Barrel roll off the cliff.
Yes.
Triple jump. And wahoo to see grandma.
Dude, I started watching a new anime the other day. I finished 2. And I'm watching something not new. It's something I'm revisiting.
Hey, I finished 2 new anime, so I'm starting 1.
You know, just something to catch my eye.
What have you been watching?
It's called Chinibyo. I've seen this. I saw like the first 2 I saw this entire anime a long time ago when I was in anime club. Chinibyo something something. It's pretty much called in English 8th grader syndrome. Whatever. So the premise is, and it's, I remember seeing it. I remember I saw it, and I know of it a long time ago. I saw it like 6 years ago. And I didn't like it, but now I'm in a completely different mindset, dude. And I really like it. This show is completely ridiculous, but I really like it. So the basic premise is, you've got this. I don't know if you know what 8th grader syndrome is, but the whole point is like you create a fake persona of yourself when you're like in middle school or whatever, to make yourself like feel cool or whatever, but you're just like being a total weirdo. Actually, I think this island's right next to me. But the whole thing is like, this guy was like the main protagonist is like this guy who in middle school just pretended he was like a god of like death and destruction, or he was like super edgy lord dude. And obviously moving into high school, who's just like, this is the most embarrassing thing of my life. I hope nobody finds out about this. I want my life to start off completely new and normal. Moving on to high school, this girl comes in. Her name is Rika. Her ulterior motive is Rika. Let's just say that. This girl comes in, and she is who he was in middle school. So it's almost like his past keeps calling back to him. And it is hilarious. It's like a little slice of life, little romance thing, but man, it's got this little charm to it that is so ridiculous. And I don't know why I didn't like it before. I saw the whole season before, but now I'm seeing it like it's the first time ever. And yeah, that's what I've been doing so far. It's not catching up, but like revisiting things that I may have not liked, or maybe not even given a chance to, or just had a different opinion, and seeing what my eyes see now. So. And
you're definitely seeing the change.
It's so weird. It's like I told you.
If Diadash comes near you, like I told you, press ZR to call you. Be silent. Follow him closely.
It's like I told you. You can read a book when you're 10 years old, and have one experience, but then read the same book 10 years later and have a completely different experience. That's what's been going through with me. So, I don't know if that's happened to you or not, but yeah.
Well, I guess not that I can think of right off the top of my head, but it's been, I'm enjoying my mornings more and more, or trying to make it so. Mm-hmm. Sometimes days seem monotonous, if that's the right word. Very bland.
Oh, yeah. How could they seem bland?
Well, because it always just seems like the same thing, like wake up, do school for 12 hours, whatever, and then usually at least my evenings result in
Wait, how long is your school?
Hanging out with friends. Sometimes it's usually about 8 hours, but I just bitch about it.
Just you by yourself?
Yeah, I'll usually spend all day down here.
No, you need a fuck, man.
That's why I don't believe in online school. Like,
I hate that.
You need to go to school to find women, and then that's what helps distract from the actual pain of doing school.
Absolutely, that's why I feel so bad for you, man. 8 hours of you just. That's where that carving came from. That wood carving.
It's a flute, man. It's
8 hours came out of that. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's time to wrap up this episode. Buzz, buzz, buzz on my wrist.
This is getting sad.
I don't remember what we were talking about, but
We'll catch up.
We'll catch up in the next episode.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.